Greetings to everyone. I hope you are fine. I hope you are doing well. And I would appreciate if you can just smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash that share button like never before. Zizi Kodwa is facing a jail time of approximately 15 years if he's found guilty of corruption charges related to 1.6 million. But I don't want to talk about whether he's guilty or not. I just want to give you a different perspective. He might be guilty, he might not be guilty. That is why I'm like, he's not guilty until he is found guilty. But the intention of this video is not to determine whether he's guilty or not. I just want to give you a different perspective. I'm not defending anyone, but I'm just giving you a different perspective. My question is, why now? Why it's happening now? Let me just tell you something. If you have friends, you have to expect your friends to know most of the things about you. And you have to expect to know certain things about your friends. And there are things that you'll do together with your friends. And you won't expect anyone to know about most of the things that you do with your friends, your dealings, and many other things. This is where you need to be careful. This is where you need to be careful, because there will be a time where you will start disagreeing with your friends. And the moment you disagree with your friends, they might pull a trigger. What do I mean? They might set a trap for you. That is why you need to be careful. My main question is why it's happening now. I'm not trying to defend Zizi Kodwa, but I'm like, let's just view it in a different perspective. Why it's happening now. Let me just tell you a story that probably many of you are familiar with. In 1999, Jacob Zuma became the deputy president to Thabo Mbeki, who was the president at that time. But as time got closer for Jacob Zuma to become a president, then all these corruption charges, all these things came up. Sometimes you ask yourself, why these things are coming up at a time I'm climbing a ladder. So when the time was closer for Jacob Zuma to become a president, that's when we started hearing about all these corruption charges, all these things. Around maybe 2002, 2003, 2004, because his time was now close. Why these things are happening at the wrong time? Because I believe that there has to be someone who is looking closer to all these things that are happening, the transactions and all these corruption activities and etc. There are people who should look at these things closer so that whenever they happen, so that they can report them immediately. But why these things are happening at the wrong time? Why these things are always happening at the wrong time? Probably you have experienced this in your life, that the moment you feel like now you have reached what you have achieved, what you've been looking for, it's like that's when your past catch up with your present. I don't know if you have ever experienced this. You feel like now I've achieved this, I've accomplished this. But within a blink of an eye, you find yourself having to deal with your past. Because the moment you get a job and you are satisfied, someone might go to your manager. Someone might send information to your manager or to the owner of the company to say, this man has these kinds of criminal records. And you are like, I'm about to climb the ladder. And now I have to look back and deal with my with my past. So sometimes when these things come through media, before you can accept them, you have to digest them very well. You have to scrutinize or analyze them very well. Don't accept everything instantly just like that. So you need to give yourself time to process everything to the fullest before you can accept. I'm not defending them. I'm not defending anyone. But why now? Why now? Maybe we'll know about it later on. I'm not saying he's guilty or not guilty, but I was just giving you a different perspective. I would appreciate if you can just smash that subscribe button, smash that like button like never before.